way. Want us to be close, but I'm still thinking shit I'd never say. Like love will get you killed, this loyalty would never hesitate. My heart.
Hey everyone, happy Monday. Once I'm so sorry about the delay and the whole server issues. It may have been that I was overloading my PC. Um, but I promise I'll try not to do that again. Um, well, happy Monday everyone. Welcome to Meta One Design headquarters, and we're back for another episode of Beyond the NFT. I'm really happy to see you all here. Thankful for every single one of you and your patience with me tonight. And yeah, I just feel so blessed to be a part of such a loving community, that we have here. A few shout outs that to people that I haven't said hi to. Welcome Ozzy, welcome Mr. J Stickle. We have Sultry Dubs in the house. Welcome. Let's see who else. Toria's here. Welcome, Toria. Derek, thank you so much for joining us today. And yeah, I'm excited to get started. Oh, how could I almost forget? Mean Green Doge over here. And yes, just happy to get started here and happy to see you all this evening. And of course, I would like to thank anyone that is watching on any other streaming platforms such as Twitch, Kick, YouTube, and X. If anyone has any questions, please feel free to drop into the Twitch chat, and you're more than welcome to ask some questions, and I'll definitely ask them to our guest here. Before we begin, I would like to give a special shout out to our sponsor, Bucktown MMA. Oh, there we go. Yep, special shout out to our sponsor, Bucktown MMA. Bucktown is a mixed martial arts program that is focused on empowering youth and young combat athletes. If you would like to learn more, head over to bucktown.org/support, and here you will be able to read a little bit more about what the program does, and you could even pick up some merch or an NFT. All proceedings go back to the program. And now that the bills are paid, without further delay, tonight's guest is a hip-hop artist and hip-hop and R&B artist, as well as a fellow beast. Let's give a warm Decentraland welcome to AKidCalledMuzik. How are you, my friend? Welcome to Beyond the NFT. Oh, music, did I lose you? Let's see, I do still have Wi-Fi. Alright, well, while we get music... Oh, there he is. Music, you there? You sounding laggy. You sounding laggy.
I was just about to say you sound laggy when you were.
Ah.
Good.
But are you here now? I thought I heard you. I just heard you say that it sounded laggy.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. Welcome, music. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. How are you?
I'm super good. I woke up this morning, so I'm blessed.
We all blessed. We all blessed. So usually I like to start off our episodes of Beyond the NFT by passing it to our guests and giving you the opportunity to give yourself that proper introduction.
All right. I'm a hip hop artist from New Jersey. Well, hip hop and R&B artist. And I also do gospel music as well. Well, sing gospel music. I was heavily grounded into church. But yeah, I grew up in New Jersey and moved my behind over to Pennsylvania. I've been doing music a lot of my life. Since I was like 8. I've been around music, surrounded by people that has done a lot of music. So, I fell in love with music. I've been through a lot in my life, so music just so happens to be my peace. It's my escape. It's my go-to whenever I'm going through anything in my life. So, whether ups and downs, that's where I'm at. That's what I love to do. I started out as a Web 2 artist, and I found out quickly that in Web 2 it isn't as easy. I don't want to say that Web 3 is easy, but it's definitely hard to hello?
Yep, I'm here.
Oh no, somebody else jumped in.
Oh yeah. He's just listening in.
Okay. Oh no, all right, no. Hey, existence, what's good? Oh, that's my buddy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and like I found out in Web 2 that it wasn't as easy, doing music. I mean, I had a lot of fans, all that good stuff. I still got fans to this day. But the way they treat artists in Web 2 is very it's not good. One of my songs went over 100K streams.
Wow.
And found out how much I got paid, dude. And it was a total of $157. And I was devastated. That took everything out of me, and I'm like, yo, it's got to be a different way. And then I went, on my search, and I found Web 3, and then I saw Tory Lanez drop a music NFT, and the numbers that he did was immaculate, and he sold all his NFTs, that one song, for $1, and he sold over 1 million copies, and I just, I started becoming more interested into music, the music NFTs. And I slowly brought my behind over here. And ever since, I've been loving. I've been in Web3 for the past 4 years. Not only did I learn about the music NFTs, I started learning about, the regular NFTs and, the crypto side of things. And dude, like, it's really different over here. Like when you're in Web 2, like you don't know who's streaming your songs. You don't get to meet your people IRL. There's no building communities. There's none of that. And just the fact that I'm able to talk to my people on Web 3 and actually meet people in IRL, going to different events, building your communities, and just doing things together, all the collaborations all across the world, I fell in love with music even more. And music NFTs. So, I started putting songs out on the blockchain. I sent you the links over. And I got way more coming. And not only did I put music on the blockchain, like I started learning about, giving back to my community. And now I'm working on my own NFT project, which I'm going to connect to my music. And it's called The Microphone Fiends. And everything is turning out lovely. I'm just taking the proper steps before I decide to put it out. Yeah. The project will be put out on Soul. Of course, gonna have full IP rights. And I love collaborating with like a lot of artists, man. I'm looking forward to collaborating with more artists. There's so many people. There's a lot of people to name that I'd be here forever. But dude, it's like and I had that little hiccup with my health. So just as of this past month, I just got back into the studio after a little break, and I'm grateful to be able to be back into the studio. And dude, I can honestly say I hit another level in my music. I just keep getting better with my writing. I love writing music. I steer away from the AI and the chat GPTs and all that other stuff. I'm just one person that like I gotta write my own stuff. I don't allow any uh any of that stuff to influence my music. I love to listen to other artists. It's inspiring, super inspiring to hear other people on the grind and doing the same thing that I love to do.
Mm.
So I'm really locked in when it comes to this Web3 music, and I'm looking forward to the future.
That is amazing, and amazing introduction. Thank you. I wanted I think a good place to start is with your music. You said that you have been around music around music since you were 8 years old. Early on, was there ever that one individual around you, whether it was a family member, a friend, or just someone that you looked up to, that kind of inspired you to pick up the pen, start making music, some music of your own?
It wasn't necessary. I mean, all my people, like all my friends where I'm from, a lot of everybody did music. And as I got older, like my early teens, I actually had, like, I was doing music so much that we actually got one of our tapes into one of the it was a tape store. It
Oh.
was a store. Yeah, dude, it was exciting. Like, it was just a store full of music. It was like a record store, but also it was just anything that had to do with music. It was in this store, and we got our tape in there, and it was the best feeling in the world. But somebody who truly inspired me to make my music was Nas Escobar. Will forever be my number one. He's the reason why I picked up my pen. He's the reason why I started reading the dictionary. He's the sole reason why I started making music. Like, I love Nas's music. Like, I love what he stands for. And till this day, he's still dropping music. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? So, yeah, he played a huge part in me wanting to make music.
Definitely a legend in the music space. Nas,
Yeah.
I'm trying to to think when you said Nas, I thought about the J. Cole song. I can't believe I
I
let
can't believe
Nas
Aaliyah let
down.
Nas down. Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
well, I do hope that one day you get to meet Nas, and your experience may not be the same. Actually, who knows? Because like that song became so popular that in a
Yep.
way, like, letting Nas down brought J. Cole's game up that much higher, because he just wants them to notice him and not to let his hero down.
Exactly. Did you get to hear the remix that Nas actually hopped on a song telling him that he didn't let him down?
No, actually, I didn't. What?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
writing this down. Just make sure I
Yes.
listen to that after the show.
Yep. He definitely responded right back.
That is awesome. Like how musicians could take their experiences, put them onto paper, and write a whole song, and then reply to it through song as well. Uh,
Yeah, I was super hyped when I heard it. I'm like, wow, like he responded back to him. Like, that is such a great thing. Like, throughout my career, like, I've opened up for Rick Ross. There was a couple other people. Shit. Um, Dave East. I opened up for
oh.
Dave East. The last person I opened up for. Um, Actually, early in my career, we were actually almost signed to Bad Boy, but the whole group turned Diddy down. He was trying to get us bad.
He was
He was trying
trying.
to give us some shitty. Yeah, he was trying to give out shitty contracts, and you know, throughout my life, like I said, I've been through a lot, and I ended up, me being so much into the streets, dude. Like I ended up getting incarcerated, and I lost out on a very big opportunity to get signed to the Rough Riders. Um, but I throughout that time that I was in prison, man, I educated myself heavily, heavily. Like I went and got my GED. After that, I went back into school. I got 6 different certifications in the construction field. And actually was about to start college right before I came home. And like my whole mind frame changed. So I'm grateful for that change and everything that I did go through because I came out to be a better person. So, I'm never ashamed to talk about things that I've been through when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to that. Like, because um, it can actually help people. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? The only way that you're gonna be able to retain your knowledge is by giving it away. You know,
Exactly.
um, so I like to talk to people about what I've been through because it could help them, like people that's never experienced that. Um, and even so, like when I go back to my church, like we've been planning on, gathering these knuckleheads that's running the streets and doing what Lord has you. Like, you never know what these kids are doing, but I'm trying to save these kids from making the same mistakes that I've made, because these kids have so much potential, man. And a lot of them do make music, and I want to be able to grab these kids up and show them the right way of doing things. Life isn't perfect, but that doesn't give you the excuse not to strive to be.
Mm-hmm.
So
Exactly.
definitely want to keep pushing to be better, whether it's music, like anything that I do, I always try to wake up and do something better than I did yesterday. So, I'm enjoying life's journey right now.
Yes, sir. And I mean, amazing. That is definitely something very commendable to do. And just looking around you, the people that are around you, the young ones that may be doing wrong, maybe not in the best place in life, and kind of like you can be that example to them that like this is not the end all be all. This is not all you're gonna be. You're gonna have a long life and you're gonna have many experiences. um like from reading through your like your socials and looking at some of the posts you have made, like that I now see where that wisdom is coming from. It's coming from a place of hardship. Like you went through this hardship and you came out on the other side. um in a way, it's like recently I finished reading the book Ego's the Enemy, and they had a section where they covered Malcolm X. Malcolm X,
Mm,
early on he was a career criminal. He would kill, he did anything that he
yeah,
needed to do to
mm,
to survive out there, because it's not like he did it for fun. He did it to survive.
yeah,
But then after after getting caught, going to prison, and going through his prison sentence, he dedicated himself to knowledge and just the teachings of books, and he just spent the entire time reading and learning, and came out a wise person, through it all.
yeah,
So,
yeah. I always try to use my past as a stepping stone. You know, like I said, man, you're only gonna learn if you want to, but you know, um, I always like to share the good message. I always like to remain positive. Um, I speak my mind very much. So I definitely speak my mind. Sometimes, people don't know how to take me. A lot of people think I'm aggressive when I speak sometimes, but no, I'm just very assertive. Like I mean what I say, especially when I know what I'm talking about. You
hmm
know what I mean? It's all in how the message is delivered, you know. And sometimes I find myself explaining, what I meant by what I say, and some people understand. But it makes for good conversation, for the mature ones. And I love retaining knowledge. Definitely love retaining knowledge and just you know, not just on the net. Like I love, you know, I used to read a lot of books. You know, 48 Laws of Power, The Art of War, a whole
Oh,
bunch of other ones.
nice.
And it's just, you know, you learn things every day. And like
Nice.
me, I love seeking knowledge, dude. Like I love learning new things. Like before, I was never into this whole politics thing. Now I'm doing so much damn research, and I'm like, man, oh man, like,
Well,
like
well,
what is
well.
this? Like what is this world coming to? What we're, you know what I mean? Like just finding out more and more, and it's like, man, a lot of people are so easily influenced, and they just go by what they see instead of going doing homework. So I'm one that likes to go do the homework. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? And speak facts, but you
You
know,
you always gotta
it's fun.
dig. You always gotta dig a little deeper than what you
You
see
got to,
surface
bro.
level.
You
So yeah,
got to.
you mentioned books such as 48 Laws of Power, The Art of War, what is it, the other one, The Art of Human Nature. All amazing books. Like I've personally like read these books, and you know, kind of I like to use them in not as a way to go on the offense, but more like be on the defense for you know many scenarios in life. Have you? I did mention that book, "Ego is the Enemy." Have you ever read that one?
No, I was gonna actually ask you if you could send me the link.
Oh man,
You
yeah,
know, dude, I would love to read that book.
it's on audiobooks. I thought I saw it on maybe even Spotify as well. So definitely I'll definitely share that book with you. It kind of gives you a
Okay.
perspective of like, and many examples of like you know times where individuals like came in with having that mentality of like you know putting the ego aside and doing it for the people, and then how like as they grew and became the person they became, like how the ego came to be, and then the downfalls came after that. So I
All
mean,
right.
there are many examples, and the author is actually very knowledgeable. Like at the end, there's like about an hour, like where an hour within the book where he just gets interviewed, and some you know a lot of knowledge is definitely shared. So I'll definitely pass that book over to you. I am also someone that really enjoys reading, and you know kind of taking in this information, so and sharing it with the world. That you know, like you put such a big smile on my face tonight. um,
No, no, I appreciate you.
so you mentioned you've been in Web3 for about 4 years now. Um,
Yeah.
I'm seeing like on your X that you either have been affiliated, have been working with, or you know just helping out like different communities. Some that I am familiar with as well, such as the Pigeons of NY,
Mm-hmm.
and
Those are my brothers.
the Stony Stony Smoke.
Yep. I'm
But
an affiliate.
you're an affiliate, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Like yeah. So coming into Web3 about 4 years ago, um, what were some of the first communities that you connected with? Some of the first individuals that you connected with, and kind of showed you the way or how to move in the space, if there were any.
Um, there wasn't I could say the Street Melts, Steezy Ape Gang. Um, yeah, but I was very careful. I was very careful. Matter of fact, hold on, I'm gonna go right to my wallet
Hmm.
because dude, I was definitely a part of a lot of different communities, dude. Like a lot. So, um, let me see. Let me see. I'll tell you right now. Let me get into this thing.
Yep. Take your time. And while we're doing that, thank you everyone for being here. I see we're still holding strong at Meta One Design headquarters, and would like to welcome Old Guy, Madamus, and Father Finn. Thank you so much for coming in tonight. And let's take a look over at the Twitch chat. We are up to 6 viewers. We have Toxic Waifu in there. We have Meta Wolf. We have Make an NFT. And I do see your question, Make, and I'll definitely be asking that here shortly. And let's see. Back to you, Music.
Yep. No, so I definitely sheesh, I forgot about a couple of these. So let me see. I had the Bubblegum Gang, Street Melts, the Pepe Ape Yacht Club. Let me see what other the Wu Tiger Clan. Let me see. Drunk Robots.
Drunk Robot. I'm loving these names over here.
The Meta Moose Club. Yeah, the Meta Moose Clubs. Let me see what else. Boz Cats. Let me see who else. Nutties. House of Clowns. Let me see who else. Gutter Clone.
Gutter Clones. Okay, I've heard of them.
Yep.
How
let
many?
me see. Oh, my very first one was Lil Hippos.
Little Hippos. I've actually come across that one. Like in the past,
Yep.
like on Twitter Spaces. Like I don't know. I walked in. I just found myself like stumbling into a space where like there's just a bunch of hippos.
Yeah, bro.
They used to
Definitely
raid.
a dope community.
How many of these early communities that you were like a part of or connected with early on? How many of them are still active or like you still continue to rock with?
Steezy Ape Gang is my main. Like those are my guys. Those are my brothers. Um, there's a lot of them that's still around, bro. They're just not active. They're just not active at all. Everybody has their ups and their downs, but the ones that I'm super locked in with, right, for the longest time now is the Pigeons of New York, the Pharmacy Phantoms. Like I just said, I'm still with Steezy Ape Gang and the Humans. Um, those are like my people. There's a lot of them. You know what I mean? Then you got the Appreciators. Been with them for a very long time. There's a couple of them. Dude. Shout out to my man Blake from the Get Hype Morning Show. You know what I mean? We have our digi joints. Yeah, those are like my main people who I'm locked in with, been rocking out with for a very long time. And we're just building tremendously. We're really building tremendously, man. And then shout out to Miss Rep and Mr. Rep. They definitely been doing their thing. Like those were people that I've been with for years as well. Mr. Rep does he does a lot of art, whether it's digital, physical, like all that stuff, and he makes music, he does, poetry and all that good stuff. There's so many people I can name, so many damn projects that I was a part of. So I just have to sit here and think about everything like, damn, I really was a part of a lot. Like majorly.
I mean,
You
4
know what I
years.
mean?
4 years is a lot of time. A lot of projects have come and gone. We've literally been going through some hard times in when it comes to the world. Really, the last 4 years have not been easy for anyone really. So, a lot of people need to kind of lock in and set their priorities straight. And, once they can, I'm sure a lot of these individuals, these projects will be back and grinding again.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And shout out to, a kid called Beast Community. It definitely was super welcoming.
Nice.
Meta Rebels. Yeah, bro, there's so many new communities that I'm a part of now.
Yep.
And like I said, I'm definitely grateful. Definitely grateful. Who else we got? I'll tell you right now. Let me see. The Angry Eight. I'm part of them.
Nice.
Let me see. Let me see. Because all I do is go through my pictures here. Um, shit. The Sad Bots. Uh, shit. The Grapes. Who else? Bro, there's so many fucking people that I'm a part of now, dude.
Hey, it's that
And I'm
network.
just grateful, bro.
You're
The Bad Dogs community. Um, yeah, there's a lot, bro. There's a lot of people that I'm a part of now, but that just comes with growth, bro.
mm-hmm.
It comes with a lot of growth. It comes with, a lot of collaboration that I've done, and still doing. I love coming across new communities, people that I can build with and collab with. I love meeting new people. I love going into new spaces and just talking to everybody, dude. I'm an artist, so I never wanted to be an artist that was pigeonholed into,
Mm-hmm.
into a corner and not, moving around and talking to everyone. Shout out to the Saints of LA. Those are my people as well. Um, there's a lot. There's a lot. I'm just grateful that I'm able to be a part of everything.
Your
And
network is your net worth
net
already.
worth, yes, sir.
And so kind of you did mention the beast, so I will ask Make's question, which is how did music come to AKCB?
Oh man, just watching how everybody kept posting their beasts. Um, like, dude, I'm talking about constantly every single day, and I'm like, dude, what the hell is this about? I went over there, started checking them out on the floor, and I'm like, holy shit, they're expensive. And then, the more I kept looking at it, and the more, what brought me to the beast, the unity, how everybody was unified. When I hopped into the Discord, how everybody was building with one another, all the videos, how they were actually showing people how to, animate their characters and how helpful everybody was. And bro, the freaking unity, man, it's
I
hard to come across like that,
yeah,
you know?
I have
And
to
the
agree.
people in there, dude, them people in there are fucking amazing. Excuse my language, but I'm talking about amazing. And anybody that I reached out to, they answered me right back.
Hmm.
They never left me hanging. And then also I have to shout out to get hype and Moon Queen again from our show. Like they got theirs, and then I think Hype got his first, then Moon Queen got hers, and then I got mine. It was a bunch of us. It was a whole group of us. Like we actually have a plan. We just need to get with the right animators. 'Cause, some are more expensive than others. I ain't gonna lie.
Yep.
But we have a whole reason why we got our beast, and we created a very positive story
Hmm.
called The Spark, and it's got to do with kids, and dude, when we bring our story out, it's gonna be super dope. We just need to animate it, like,
Yep.
different scenes and so on and so forth. But that was the whole reason behind all of us getting it. I think it was like 6 or 7 of us that throughout a couple of weeks we all went and got a beast off the floor.
Oh,
You know what I
nice.
mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, hell yeah. And then me, of course I had to go grab one with headphones. Like my beast has headphones. Everybody that knows me very well, I don't care what project it is, as long as it has headphones on them, I want them. You know what I mean? Like anything that has to do with music. And then you got people in the community that actually does music videos, and just, bro, these people are amazing. And
Yep.
the way Raspy is connected to his people, I love it. They never stop creating. They never stop creating. And I'm like, bruh, like this community is phenomenal. So that's what really brought me over to the Kid Called Beast community.
Big shout out to Raspy. And yeah, I mean, a lot of what you just said is like so true, like 200 400% true for sure. Like even my personal experience with the beast, like that the unity is what attracted me. The fact that there were community members helping other community members. I'm someone that doesn't really buy NFT projects, like, because it's an NFT project. I only buy NFTs because I believe in the person. But yeah, so the beast is to this day still one of like my highest ticket NFTs that I have in my wallet. And I say it many times and I'll say it again, like with the value that I've gotten out of my Kid Called Beast, like, to this day, it could go down to zero and I'll still be preaching it, like, on the rooftops, you know, because the people there are just amazing. So many creatives in there, so many musicians. As like, you know, I'm a show host, so like definitely getting into that community, I've met a lot of dope people. Even you, like I first came across you in one of the Beast spaces, and yeah, it's just been pretty amazing to see how that community is still growing. Raspy has definitely you know, created an environment where everyone can thrive, and you know, big shout out to Raspy, because like I know his journey personally has not been easy. You know, there's always those individuals in the space that you need to look out for, because you know they'll rug you the first moment you get. And if I'm not mistaken, I do believe he may be one of the last of the original team. So, you know, you gotta give a lot of love to Raspy too. Okay, so you mentioned you and Get Hype were like kind of creating some sort of storytelling. So I would like to kind of just like hint at One Exists. One Exists has been for the longest time trying to like kind of get storytelling into Web3 or into the metaverse. So maybe this could be even a future collaboration that you might be able to work together with. And he is also a fellow beast. And
hey man, I definitely would love to.
so
Love collaborating, and I definitely have no problem talking to the team. You know what I mean? Like, we're always together every morning, Monday through Sunday, 8 a.m. You know, we're always in our morning space. I forgot what damn number we're on now. We're on show 700 and something. But yeah, we've been doing this for a very long time, dude. And we love collaborating. You know what I mean? It's always, you know, we're always pushing each other. You know, we always got each other's back. No matter what it is, there's numerous of different projects that come in there and talk about their projects and talk about us, and you know, in return, we have our own wallet. You know, it's called the Digi Joint. So it's a subdomain, and there's a lot of us that have it. Like, I'm music.digijoint.eth and so on and so forth. For how many people got our wallet? We got the Digi Wars. We're actually working on a video game with Galaxy Hunters, so we're about to have our own video game. There's a lot going on, dude. There's a whole lot going on right now. And we're just excited, dude.
And so with that said, I know I have One Exist muted. Just so we can just keep it to a conversation between us. But yeah, One Exist, definitely slide into Music's DMs and see how you two can, you know, come together and build something meaningful. You had made a comment about like how like how owning a beast became kind of like a chain reaction of some sorts, you know, like like you had a couple friends get them, and then eventually you got one, and then a few friends after yourself got one. Like here in Decentraland, the same exact thing happened. Like I think early on when Beast first came out, we used to have community members like Crypto Minotaur, Neha, and a few others that had their Beasts. But then like once the crypto drop came, I started seeing individuals like Rustan start getting Beasts, and that inspired even myself to start getting Beasts, and then you have so many others that also started to kind of buy into the community, scoop any floor beasts that were there. Even right now, if you're looking in the our chat that we're in, SRJH just joined in, and he is a victim of the Decentraland beast chain reaction as well. He is also a fellow beast. So here on Decentraland, we do have lots of love for the beasts, and it's like that's like our extended family in a way. I would like to kind of bring it back into music, but this time Web3 music. You had mentioned in your intro how Web 2 was kind of a rough place for music, and like they have no love for each other, and then kind of upon your entry into Web3 and Web3 music, you fell in love even more with music. Yeah, just wanted to like even just touch on that. Like what were some of the aspects that like reignited this love, or even just pushed your love for music further?
I mean, you were rugging a little bit, but I kind of get the. So it's like when you're doing Web2 music, it's like you're just putting your music to streaming platforms. You know what I mean? There's no type of like, how can I say this? You don't know who's streaming your music, like at all. You don't know who's listening. All you know is you're hoping your numbers go up. And you're paying for promotion and so on and so forth. To whereas in Web3, like you're actually building your communities. You're talking to people. People get to ask you questions. You get to know people on a more personal level. In Web2, you can't do that. Like it's hard to do that. And in Web2, there's nothing set up for you to give back to your community.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's always here goes a new song I just uploaded, but where are you giving back to your community at, or to your people? Like what are you're not giving them anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like here goes my song, you know what I mean? Hopefully you guys like it. Hopefully you guys come out to a show, you know what I mean? Like dude, I used to perform a lot, and don't get me wrong, I had some good crowds, and it was fun. But when you're building on Web3 and you're actually building with your community and actually meeting your community in real life at these different events like NFT NYC, Art Basel, and so on and so forth, like, dude, people get excited to see you. So when you perform, the love is even different. In Web2, like you'll go do a show and shit. You might have people wandering off, sitting at the bar or whatever have you, because they don't know who you are. They don't know who you are. Like, it's just way different. It's super, super different, bro. And I love the fact that I get to build with my people. You learn everybody's names, and then, you see them in person. It's like, oh shit, we've been building for the past year, or so on and so forth. And like, damn, I'm happy to see your face, or putting a face to the name, and and it's like, damn, you already know your people. You know who they are. It's not like you have to guess who these people are, and the love that's given to you is so different. It feels good.
Mm-hmm.
You go into these Web3 spaces, and as soon as they see your name, like, oh shit, that's music. he has great fucking music and so on and so forth. And to hear people talking about me without me being on stage, dude, it's amazing. It's so damn amazing. And you got people reaching out to your DMs and, you know, talking about your music. And then you get to know them on a more personal level. And all of a sudden, it's not even about music no more. It's about life and all that stuff. Like me, I always tell people, yes, I do make music, but shit, if you need somebody to talk to, you know what I mean? I'm here for that too. You know, I take mental health very seriously. So people who go through stuff reach out to me. You know, I leave that open door. And, you know, they do the same for me as well. You know, it's just more personal. It's way more personal in Web3 than Web2 will ever be, you know?
Yes, sir.
And I still, to this day, I still try to teach people in Web2 about Web3, but as soon as people hear NFTs or crypto anything, it's like they turn their head away. And they're only turning their head away because they don't really know nothing about it. You know what I mean? So I still try to push the limit and teach them about it. If they're gonna listen, they're gonna listen. If not, then you know that's on them. Like even my good friend, like I've been telling him about Web3 for the past 3 years, and he didn't want to have nothing to do with it. But as of this year, I'm gonna say a couple months ago, he was like, "Bro, I'm starting to see what you were talking about." You know what I mean? And like different pointers that I was telling him about the music. And then he started noticing that some of these big names are coming over to Web3. You know what I mean? So now he's starting to ask questions like, damn, you've been talking about this for the longest time. Like, yeah, I know. I was way ahead of my time. You know what I mean? I'm glad that I got in early. So now the more I learn, the more I can teach him and you know, whoever else wants to learn. Because I don't know it all. I don't know it all by far. There's so many different platforms that I don't know about that I'm starting to learn about. So as I learn, I can teach others. Exactly. And that's why I want to record. I want to start learning how to record myself so I can teach other people. I don't want to just do it for myself. Like, it just makes no sense to just do it for yourself. I mean, of course, take care of yourself first and then, you know, do the rest later. But shit, I'm trying to learn and teach.
Exactly. You know? That is one of the things that, you know, I'm definitely I'm looking up to you in that aspect, like, because it's true. And I almost I kind of have like a small saying. It's like, I don't know if it's appropriate to make this comparison, but this is kind of how it feels like to me. Like, Web3 is like the gospel, you know, like you tell people about it and they will turn their head, but not until they have that personal experience, that revelation within them, will they turn to it, you know, and start to wonder and want to seek knowledge. It's kind of like,
you're not lying.
It's kind of true, you know, but and people are coming, and I would like to kind of add, like, you mentioned that you have friends in real life that are now looking towards Web3 because they see these musicians coming into the space. And I would like to kind of ask, or not ask you, but kind of like I guess I would like to ask you to kind of like make sure that you show them the right path and not let them fall too deeply into what those Web2 artists are doing, because they're coming in to Web3 for the wrong reasons, and we see it time and time again. We see them coming in, drop a token, rug token, leave. You know, Snoop Dogg has how many NFTs that he's just you know, come in, liquidated, made his bag, partied like once and liquidated. So, kind of in a way, like show them the right path. I would have to you know, make that request. And I also wanted to ask a question that won't exist.
Have to believe me. Anything that I went through, like, shit, I'm trying to teach everybody.
100%.
I don't want anybody to be I don't want anybody to get messed over.
Exactly. And it's the easiest way to get get rugged, like just following celebrities here in Web3.
You good? Yes, sir. My bad, guys. I had to open the door for my homeboy.
No worries. What up? There's a question from One Exist here. The second half of it is kind of complicated for me to kind of think about. So I'll ask the first one, really. What do you see as the toughest channel being a musician in Web3?
You said what's the toughest thing about being a musician in Web3?
Yes.
It's not easy to sell NFTs. It's definitely not, it's not easy. Yeah, I can really say that. It's really not too easy. But once you find that thing, you gotta search for that thing. Like me, I don't sell a whole bunch. I mean, I sell, don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? But you have to stay dedicated into pushing your music. You can't. I had to learn real quick, like after my first song that I put out, it's like, all right, people bought so much, almost had, I think I hit a little past 50%, and then it just stopped. You know what I'm saying? And I got mad about it. And I'm like, damn, like, why aren't they buying anymore? Like, what the hell's going on? And I was just losing my mind, and I had to realize, like, dude, you gotta keep pushing. You don't worry about how many you're selling. Like, bro, you have to build with your people. You have to give back to your people. You have to, it's just, you have to learn different ways of pushing your music. Everybody's not gonna like your music. You know what I mean? But that doesn't mean that you give up. And slowly but surely, as I learned that, those songs started selling more and more. You know what I mean? Because I wasn't looking for a sale. I just kept pushing my music, going to different spaces, talking about my music more. I didn't give up on myself to this day. You know what I mean? A lot of them songs that I put out, there's still some out there. But now it's like, people who own those songs are gaining access to different things when it comes to my music, like getting into different IRL events, getting access to certain music, to studio sessions. You know what I mean? Some people are getting merch. Some people it's just different things because they own a piece of a piece of history, you might as well say, because it's not going anywhere. It's on the blockchain. You know what I mean? So I just had to learn how to let my music work for itself. But, never give up. That's what I try to tell people now. Never give up. Don't look for your song to get minted out, because that's where a lot of people make that mistake. Like, of course, anybody wants their music to get minted out. You know what I mean? But that's not always gonna happen. You know what I mean? You can't get too discouraged by that. You know what I mean? It's a very hard thing to do, for some people. But in time, people learn how to do it. I had to learn how to do it, and I did it fast because, like I said, I was getting disappointed at first because I didn't know the ways of everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't know what utilities. I didn't know what it meant to put utilities in music. You know what I mean? All I knew was how I did in Web3, put music out, and hopefully people buy it. You know what I mean? Until I started learning about utilities. Like, you have to give back to your people.
Yeah.
And sometimes, you do find them crowds that aren't looking for the utility. They're just, they're buying your shit because they have love for you. They love your music, and so on and so forth. But whoever's trying to mint out their songs, like, everybody wants that to happen, but they need to remove that from their head and just keep building. Keep building. And with every song drop, add your utilities in there. Try to make things bigger and better for your people. That's the best advice that I can, give people.
Amazing.
Sorry,
advice.
I'm out of breath. I just ran upstairs, bro.
Well, you must be a ninja, because I did not hear like any steps or none, bro.
Hey, yo, no.
So One Exist has a secondary question. So So far in your journey, have you managed to figure out pricing for your NFTs? The example he's
Yes.
using is like
Sheesh.
Web 2 singles typically cost around 99 cents, when a lot of Web 3 singles would be costing like maybe 0.05 ETH. Like, have you figured out kind of the perfect medium for your singles?
Yeah, most definitely. Like, I learned real quick that you have to take gas into consideration. When I first started putting music out, I didn't think about gas. I just put the price out there, and I think it was like $26 or $27. I think that was. But then again, I didn't know anything about utility. I didn't know anything about that shit. I just knew that I wanted to put a song out, and everybody's loving my music. And like I said, that song did good, but there's still copies out. There's still songs to be mentioned off that first song, but people have to take into consideration the gas. The gas fluctuates. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I took that into consideration majorly. You know, so I started putting songs out for a lower price. I mean, depending on if I'm collaborating, because I've been doing a lot of collaborations, and I'm knocking out all these collabs. But after I knock these last couple collabs out, I'm definitely gonna be putting out, more solo music, and I do, I do have a price in mind. I definitely want to keep my songs, between. I mean, depending on what the utility is, because I don't want to. I have to take into consideration of how much it costs to do a song.
Mm-hmm.
I don't just put anything out. Like, it costs for studio time. Like, every time I go to the studio, it's $100 to $150. Every
An hour
Excuse me, every
or a
every single
session?
time. No, just for 2 hours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just for a 2 hour session. You know what I mean? But I've been with my engineer for the past 8 years. That's the only engineer that I will work with. He knows my sound. He knows everything about me when it comes to music. Like, I don't have to say much when I'm recording my music. He knows, like, a lot of where I want things, like everything, like everything, bro. That's the best way I could put it. Like, I don't go nowhere else, unless I'm going to Smart Studio in East Orange, New Jersey. That's the co-founder of the Pigeons of New York. Um, that's the only other studio that I would go to. But yeah, I've been with my engineer for the past 8 years, and like I said, it costs just to go there. So I imagine I'm there every week or every other week. That's why I said I need to learn how to record myself, so I can just pay my engineer to do my mixing and mastering.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Start foaming up
um,
that bathroom.
exactly, bro. Exactly. But so it costs about that just for studio time. Then you got the beat, dude. I deal with a lot of different beat makers, and people don't realize. This is what I need people to realize. There's a lot of work that goes into these songs, like a lot. So I already said it costs 100 to 150 every time I go to the studio, right? So boom. Then you got the beat. The beat could cost $250 to $500,
Mm-hmm.
right?
The engineer gotta get paid.
So exactly. Then once I got the beat, so you got the price of the hours, you got the price of the beat, 250 to 500. Then after you record the song, then you got to get it mixed and mastered. That could be 250 to 500. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how much it's gonna take. But like I said, I've been with my engineer for so damn long. Like, I get a kind of a break on that. Um, After that, then you got to worry about getting the graphic work done. You know what I mean? Then you have to put the song out and put some promotion behind it. Like, so you got to worry about the utility on top of it. So it takes a lot just to put out one song. You know what I mean? So you don't want to lower the price, to a point where you're not getting nothing back. Like, you're just basically getting back what you paid
Mm-hmm.
to make the song. You know what I mean? So we have to take that in consideration as well. So I'm trying to find that happy medium. You know what I mean? So if I was to price mines at like $27, I'm gonna make sure that there's some great utility behind that song. You know what I mean? Because I would never just charge somebody $27 for just the song. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? Like, there's gonna be stuff that comes behind that, but you know, I'm just trying to find a happy medium right now. You know what I mean? Trying to keep it between, $10 and 20. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I'm
That
trying to figure out how to keep it in that area. You know what I mean? But if, like I said, if there's a lot of utility coming with it, then of course I would up the price some.
mhm.
But I always think about that and what the gas is at that time.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of different things to take into consideration when it comes to pricing.
Totally, because I mean, when it comes to Web2, comparing that 99-cent single, you're not getting any utility with that single. The buyer is not going to be able to like hit you up in your DMs and be like, "Yo, man, love your
Exactly,
music,"
bro.
or like even just like have that moment with you. So like, definitely
Exactly.
there are like some huge differences between the markets of the Web 2 and Web 3 music markets.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you mentioned, like if your song is $27, you're getting $27 worth of utility, like whether
Right.
you allow them to like use your song on a video or whatever it may be that they're creating.
Mm-hmm.
so
Mm-hmm.
so like, yeah, definitely, that is definitely like some good insight, like, and you gave us kind of like a behind the scenes look at like what the true cost really is to create the song. Yeah, so
Yeah, bro. It's definitely a lot. And when I break it down like that to people, then they understand. So whereas if I just put the thing out there with the price and whatever utility and that's it, and you not knowing that it costs that much money just to make one song, like, then I can understand why you're questioning so much. But I have no problem breaking it down to people. I've held numerous spaces, breaking this stuff down to people, and they really, like you said, got the inside look of what it takes to make one song. And you know, and who's to say? Now you gotta imagine this as well. Like, who's to say like that song is done in that one session? You know what I mean? There's a lot of the times where I'm going into the studio, like this week. For I could use this example. Like last week, I think I started 3 different songs, right?
mhm.
But on those songs, I only recorded let me see. No, I did. Let me see. I completed one collab, and then I started 2 other songs that I'm doing. So you got the collab done, right? So that's out the way. And then you got the 2 songs that I started. So now I got 2 songs sitting in the studio right now that are not complete, right? So it could take me 2 to 3 sessions just to get the song done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm super picky. Like, when I say super picky, dude, I mean like super picky when it comes to my music. I don't just put music out there to just say, hey, I got a new song out. Like, no, that song will not be heard until it's recorded correctly, until, it's mixed and mastered to my liking, like everything. You understand what I'm saying? So it could take more than one session, which normally it usually does. It'll take me 2 or 3 sessions for me to feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, that shit is perfect. But, you know, more so, I try to do it within 2 sessions. You know what I mean? It's just, my mind is everywhere, dude. Like, I do so much that sometimes, it may take me a little longer to do a song, depending on how my mind frame is. I get paid to do different project anthems. Um that just started happening, dude. Like, before, I never put myself out there to do project anthems at all. But now I definitely putting myself out there more when it comes to project anthems. I just finished doing one. I'm waiting for the date that that we're gonna play it. So, you know, the project can hear it, because not a lot of people know, you know, in the project that I did a project anthem for them. So they're gonna be freaking hyped. I always get a lot of love for them. And bro, it's just becoming a fun experience. Like, I think I've hit another level in my music when it comes to writing. This collab that I just did, well, do you know who Dr. Bruce is?
Dr. Bruce, I do not.
Yeah, he's another dope artist, dude. Another dope artist.
Here in Web3?
Yep.
Oh, I'm gonna have to find him.
Yep, he's definitely another fire artist, dude. And man, I'm super excited about this one. I've been waiting months. Shit, I've been waiting a good couple months, man. Like, I've been wanting to collab with him, 'cause he's such a dope artist. You know, he's dropped a couple tracks. My favorite one from him is When Lambo. Dude, like, he is such a dope artist, and you know, he reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to collab, dude. I damn near jumped out my seat, like, dude, like, hell yeah, like, yes, you know what I mean. Another person that I had the honor of recording, everybody know who Nessie is.
Yep. As you're saying that, I'm putting up the songs on the screen from Sound.xyz.
Yeah, like, that experience was super dope. I actually got to record that song with him in the studio. I went out to the Smart Studio in East Orange, New Jersey, and got to record that song with him. And you know, in person, like, how it all originally started was he had put the 1,000 Words, that's the name of the song, he put it on his album, and then he put out an opportunity for other artists to collab with him and do the remix. And I jumped on that opportunity so damn fast. And what's crazy is all these other artists in Web3 that know him, like, they didn't jump on it too fast. You know what I mean? And dude, he gave me the opportunity, bro. Like, yeah, we made an amazing song, dude. Like, that song is definitely amazing. I was super excited that I got to collab with him. He's such a dope artist. You know, he's very much so a great artist. And you know, we got real close. You know what I mean? That's my bro. We're definitely gonna collab again. I don't know what song we're gonna do next, but yeah, we're definitely gonna do another great song, man. I feed off of his energy in a major way, and I'm looking forward to the future when it comes to that.
That is amazing. And right now, as we're speaking, I'm over here trying to mint or get the free edition of your collaboration with Mr. Darius.
Oh yeah, yes sir. That one was super dope. We used the IP rights from one of the Phantoms. Well, he got a Phantom and I got a Phantom, but with the IP rights with that, you can actually put out a song with Styles P. So we went and did that song right there. So it's basically Styles P, me, and Mr. Darius. We put a song out together. So that's the song that you're about to mint right now. So that song is pretty dope. That's pretty fresh.
Bro,
that came out not too long ago.
It's fire, especially like your verse. Like, I knew when you came in, like, and you came in hard too. Oh man, yeah. So that's why I definitely gotta pick one of these up, and I just did.
Yo, dude, I appreciate you so much, for real, man. Like, I had fun doing that verse. I was at work when I wrote that whole verse.
What?
I'm like, dude, hell yeah, I was sitting at work writing that verse all day long. I think I had like 2 more days to the studio, and I'm like, yo, I gotta finish this verse. And I'm like, yo, I just kept writing, and then that following day came, and I think I wrote them last couple bars, and I was just rapping it all day, thinking about how I'm gonna come on the song or rap on the song. And I'm like, I got it. As soon as I got to the studio, I said, I got it. I already know what I'm about to do. And I went right up in there, dude. I always have fun. When I hear my voice on that mic, dude, I get the chills every single time. Like, the clarity and everything. Like, my engineer's the shit. He won Studio of the Year and Engineer of the Year.
Nice. And I agree.
And that recently just happened, yeah. So I don't go to nobody else. I really do not go to nobody else unless it's Smarts in East Orange. But yeah, I don't go to nobody else, dude. Like I love working with my engineer. Everybody loves our sound quality as well. I've helped out numerous of different artists. You know, they'll send their music over to get mixed and mastered, and they can tell like my engineer loves what he does. Like he doesn't just do some quick shit
Hmm.
and say here you go. Like no, he likes to listen to the artist. Like if they want to change anything and so on and so forth. Like, and that's rare that somebody says, "No, I want to change this and so on." Like, nah, my engineer loves what he does. So
Takes
you
his
can tell.
takes his time with it.
Yeah, exactly.
That
Exactly.
that is awesome. You know, definitely you mentioned earlier, like your engineer's your guy. Like he knows your flow. He knows what to do for you as
Yeah,
as a creator. So
exactly.
you know, it's always good to have that person in your corner, and you know that's the dude that you're taking with you once you blow up.
Exactly. Exactly. I already told him. And what's crazy is like he's ready to come over to Web3 as well. Like I've been talking to him about this for a good minute. As a matter of fact, that's a good segue to me saying that I now have my own Web3 music label. You know, that just happened. So
Yeah,
because I
please.
noticed that there's a lot of people, a lot of music artists that are part of so many ape communities, right? There's a lot of people that own apes, whether I don't care what community it's from. So I'm trying to tell everybody, like, listen, if you own an ape, like, and you do music, like, come holler at me. You know what I mean? I'm definitely looking for engineers and so on and so forth. Like, let's build this freaking empire. You know what I mean? I already own the .com already. The website's being built. Like, I'm trying to connect with all artists and really collab and bring this thing to life. I said I already got the logo done. I'm working on things slowly but surely. You know what I mean? I'm definitely gonna be doing merch as well. I love doing merch. I got a lot of great people behind me, and we're about to do something major. And I'm just taking the proper steps, bro. So when you see Ape Gang Records, yeah, that's me.
All right, I'm writing it here. Ape Gang Records. And
Yep,
earlier, you had mentioned that you are in the process of kind of putting together your own NFT project.
yep.
Could you share a little more about that? And like, I mean, once do you have like any timeline on it when you're planning on dropping, or like kind of what would be the best way to follow, if not?
I definitely want to drop it within the next 2 months. I don't want to miss any steps.
Hmm.
I don't want to miss any steps because I'm so new to this. It's not even funny, dude. Like the artwork is done. The artwork is already done. Um, let me see. Let me see if I can. Let me see if it's in this phone. Um, I'll drop a picture of one of them. Let me see if I could.
Hmm.
I want to drop a picture of, you know, of one of the pieces. Let me see if it allows me to drop a picture in there. Hopefully it does.
Yeah, either here in like the chat in like our current call, or you could even DM it to me.
I'm gonna see if I could drop it in the chat.
All right.
But yeah, the name of the project is called the Microphone Fiends. Like I definitely wanted to name it something after music, and it's something that had to do with music. Um, I don't want to say how they were created. I don't wanna say- I don't wanna- no, it won't allow me. I'd have to. Damn, why wouldn't it let me drop the picture in there?
Try to see if it's a little different if you DM it to me.
All right, hold on. Let me go to. Let me go here. Let me see. All right, I'm gonna go to your message.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be. I'll be able to drop it to you.
Nice,
Show
nice.
you which one. I'll show you one of my favorite ones. Um, But yes, definitely. What I'm looking to do is either connect one of my. I'm gonna connect my EP to the project. So when you mint, you'll get one of the songs. I think I'm gonna put out like 4 or 5, maybe even 6 songs, and connect them. So when you mint, you'll also get the song. There you go. I just sent it to your DMs on Discord.
On Discord, alright. Let me have a look here. And accept DM. Ooh, fire. Let me pull it up on the screen, on the big screen.
There you go.
Let's see. I know there's a way that I can. There we go. Check it out, everyone.
Let me see. Hold on, I don't know if I can see it, but anyway.
He's got the headphones. If you go to my Twitch stream here, maybe I can share that with you here in a sec. Yeah. And there we
No,
go.
but yeah, oh, hold on. There you go.
And he's got the headphones, which which you mentioned earlier in the interview. If anyone knows you, they know that you got them headphones on.
Yep, exactly. Like you're gonna see different things throughout these characters. I don't want to say too much, but like yeah, I've been wanting to do this for a good minute. I just didn't know how to go about doing it. Then I finally met my buddy, and he definitely believes in me and my music, and wants to see me win just as much as I want to see him win. You know what I mean? So we banded together, and we're about to put out this project. We're definitely putting it out on Soul. I'm not putting the E project
That's
out.
gonna cut the gas fees for sure.
Exactly. That's another thing I was taking into consideration. I'm like, bro, I'm not trying to kill everybody with the gas. Like, I want everybody to be happy, So, yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that, man. So stay tuned. The microphone fiends are coming,
Microphone fiends are coming. Is there any any X page that anyone could follow to kind of keep track on the release date?
Coming next. That's coming next. I'm working on that because I'm dealing with the Ape Gang Records one. I'm dealing with the Pigeons in New York one. Then I got the Kid Called Beast, and now I'm about to do the Microphone Fiends. So
you're a busy man.
I'm trying to. Yes. I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably gonna be looking for some help to help me run the page soon. It's a lot, man. So I definitely commend all these founders, dude. Like, oh my God, the more I get into this thing, I'm like, damn, I really commend all these founders because this is not easy by far.
Yep.
But I'm learning from everybody. That's why I'm not in a rush. I'm not in a rush at all because I don't want to rush and miss a step.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to rush and then, somebody's unhappy. Like, I want everybody to be happy about, and excited about what I'm getting ready to do. And every day that goes by, I'm just learning more and more. So I'm super excited about it.
Let's go. So I'm looking at the time. You had mentioned earlier that you needed to wake up at 5 a.m. So I'll ask you. Do you still have time for a few more questions, or
Yeah.
do you think? All right, perfect. Yeah, because you gotta be up early to get to work.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's all good. I'm still sipping on my coffee right now.
Nice. Let's see. I thought I saw that One Exists may have had another question. I'm gonna unmute One Exists and
go ahead.
and let him come in to ask any question that he may have. So One Exists, I unmuted you from my end, so you should be able to unmute yourself and come in.
All right, sorry to do that to you. It's sinful. I know I've done it before. But hey, so real quick back to the pricing. Which the question came up as you were talking then. What would you suggest to a brand new artist coming in to the Web3 to start or to at least do their first one, excluding any utility? Because when I brought up the examples too of 99 cents or $1.49, whatever it is. I was comparing off of like Apple. If you buy a single, then there's a lot of people, you know, the artist will also talk about their utility, but what if they're a fan of yours, all they want, it really is to have your song. And because I've even suggested maybe 2 different price points. One that comes with the utility, one that's just so somebody can enjoy your music who might not be able to afford quite so much. But then also, what would you recommend to a new musician with not having any utility behind maybe their first couple or something as they get adjusted into the space?
I would tell them to, now that I know more than what I knew before, I would definitely tell them to do maybe 1 or 2 like free mints. You know what I mean? So they could become familiar with the work. Keep going in spaces, sharing your music. You know, don't be too quick to worry about the utilities as of yet, but remain diligent on learning about the utilities. You know, get behind a great mentor that's going to show you the right way. But do your homework on that person, because you don't want to follow behind somebody that is just going to lead you down the wrong path. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with putting out free mints at all. And if you are going to put out a song for mint, make sure you put the free mints right along with it, just like prime example. You know what I mean? Like Sin just did. Like you know, we have our song out with Styles P, but we also have the free mint as well. You know, just get your name known before you try to go sell something. You know, because that's what I did when I first came into Web3. I was playing a lot of music in a lot of different spaces because nobody knows who I was. You know, all they knew was, hey, music makes music. But nobody knew who I was. I had to go throughout these spaces. I had to come up on stage, you know, shake the fear off. Because at first I didn't want to come on stage. I didn't know what I was going to say. I didn't know what I didn't know what nobody was going to say to me. Like, am I doing the right thing? Like, I didn't know anything. You know what I mean? But don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Don't be afraid to drop a free song. Like, listen, you got to build your community, you know? And most definitely, if you are gonna put a song out for mint, like don't just automatically up the price like super high, because I've witnessed a lot of new artists come into space, and you know that like per se they'll see what Nessie's doing, and then automatically they think that they can do the same thing. But dude, you didn't even build your community yet. You know what I mean? So people are gonna be looking at you like, who the hell does this dude think he is? Like, you don't even know who he is. You don't know shit about utility or anything like that. Like, no. Get to know your people, put a couple songs out there, like consistently. And like I said, study what it means to have utility. You know what I mean? You're not gonna have it at first. I didn't have it at first. And just be a sponge. I love telling all these new artists, be a sponge. You have to be somebody that's coachable, somebody that is teachable. You know, you cannot be a know-it-all. You don't want to rub people the wrong way, because you could be a really cool person, but your attitude will make you real ugly. So remain coachable. And like I said, the price points, man, with no utility, I don't know. I've seen a lot of artists put out songs for like $5, you know, $5-10 with no utility behind it. They're just putting the song out there. So I think that's a pretty dope price point. And just like I said, you got to remain diligent on your path that you're setting yourself on. But never give up on yourself either. Like, don't get discouraged. It's hard to do, you know. Sometimes I still get discouraged, but I know, you know, what it is. You know what you have to do to push an NFT. So that getting discouraged happens for like, you know, like a couple minutes, and it's like, all right, you're tripping. You know what this is about. You know how to do this, so on and so forth. Like, have your self talks. You know what I mean? Like hype yourself up, be your own hype man. Like you're gonna gain your people. You're gonna build your community. So just don't ever give up on yourself.
Thank you. I think that was a great answer. I love that you said, do a few free mints, get yourself known, leave them wanting more, so they're going to be willing to pay those prices. I mean, and even with like the $5, you can attach it with some really cool art, or even a mini little video of some sort, which is cool. And Darius, man. So Off the Strip is one of my favorite songs and collabs within the Web3. I freaking love that. But yeah, as Sinful said, I have an idea now. Would love to just run it by you on possibly storytelling with other artists involved too.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, just you know what I mean? DM me anytime, bro. DM me anytime on Twitter, because that's the only place I'm ever on. That's crazy, dude. Like, listen, I don't go on Facebook. I don't really be on Instagram. I don't be on nothing else but Twitter, because I feel like this is where the people are at. This is where we're building at. This is where we're collabing and connecting and doing the most at, dude. Like, my Instagram, don't get me wrong, my Instagram is popping, but I just started getting on TikTok, for God's sakes. Like I didn't know shit about no TikTok. I just see everybody else doing it. So now I'm on TikTok, and I'm meeting other artists on TikTok. Like I just want to meet a lot of artists and collab. You know what I mean? Like it's nothing. I just look at it like this. There's nothing wrong with helping another artist, or giving some good insight about music or how I do things. Maybe it'll give them some inspiration, or maybe I'll gain some inspiration from them. Because sometimes, as an artist, and I mean every artist that does music goes through writer's block. It happens, and like you can feed off of other people's energy, or we could be like the way we're talking right now. I could be inspired and go write some new music. Like you never know where that inspiration is coming from. So just collabing with everybody. Like I love seeing people win. Everybody will tell you that about me, dude. I love seeing people win. I love seeing people happy. So, I'm here. I'm here, and I'm more than just music. I may not know everybody, but I know a little bit of everybody, if that makes sense. And if I don't know something that you're trying to gain some some information from, then guess what? I try to go find somebody for you to talk to, and I always remove myself. I'm not one to ever be like, oh, you got to pay me to get this information or something. Like, dude, I swear I can't stand people like that. Like, I can't, bro. Like, I'm trying to help you. And then as soon as I get you connected to who I need to connect you to, then I move myself out the way. Like, here, this person, meet this person. You know what I mean? And then you guys take it from there. If you guys want to bless me after that, then hey, do it. That's on you guys. I appreciate it. But if not, still, I'm happy that you guys are happy. Like, I'm moving myself out the way.
I love that. I've done that too. I said, oh my God, I know someone who might be perfect for this. I say,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna introduce you guys. Whatever happens from here, between you, I really hope it works out. I have no idea if or how many times it has, but at least I've tried. And you mentioned Nessie earlier. I had the extreme pleasure and honor. I got to meet him and Cristiano, also West, just before Cristiano left California. So.
Oh, that's pretty dope.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty dope, man. I'll be seeing them guys real soon. I'm pretty sure there's another IRL event that's gonna happen that I'm gonna see them. And then when me and Nessie record our next song, we'll definitely be meeting up in New Jersey. I'm pretty sure, 100% sure that I'm gonna see them in Art Basel, because I am flying out. If I'm not coming to perform, I'm still coming to hang out and have that Art Basel experience with my people. But yeah, bro. Anybody needs some help music wise or whatever, man. You just want to talk, just reach out, man. Reach out. I'm here.
Thank you, music. Okay, so One Exists, you resonated with what music said about putting out some free mints, but it seems like some of our friends resonated with music's comment about being a sponge, and now we have 3 dancing sponges in Decentraland.
Let's go.
They threw on their sponge outfits, their sponge shoes, and right now one of them is doing the worm. The other one looks like it's like going around a stripper pole, while the other one is doing an emote with a bunch of cats.
Let's go. I appreciate you guys. Let's go.
So, and One Exists, thank you so much for, coming in and asking questions and, as well as sharing. I guess like one of the last questions I wanted to ask you is, what are your thoughts on Web3, not studios, Web3 record labels? I've personally like seen a few like come around and try to like promote themselves within spaces and stuff like that, and I have seen like the two spectrums of the answers. Like one end is like, nah, fuck record labels, they fucked us in Web 2 and they're trying to fuck us in Web 3, and then there's the other side of the argument that's like, that says, hey, I am an artist, I can't do it all, so like these labels could provide a level of support that I may need. Where do you sit along the spectrum?
As far as the labels, I don't. Some people have good intentions. Some people have bad intentions. That's why I was very careful when I said that I wanted to do one, because with my label, I want all of us to work together. I don't want nobody that's gonna come over here and, oh, I'm the guy, I'm number one, I'm doing like with the I, instead of, how people say wag me.
Mm-hmm.
So we call those type of people, they have the I acme in them. You know what I mean? I don't need I don't need nobody that's gonna be I. Like, no, this is a type of label where we're all winning together. You know what I mean? We're promoting each other together. We're working together. Like, everything is together. That's my biggest thing. Like, I don't want no man left behind. You know what I mean? I want everybody to be pushed at the same level, encouraging one another, whatever you bring to the table, but like, bring it to the table. You got engineers, bring them to the table. You got artists that really want to be a part of something, part of a label that's actually moving out together. Like, that's the type of label that I am, or that I have. I don't want everything to just be about me. Um, like, that's how I can see this thing surviving.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't do everything by myself. That's impossible. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have all types of ether or soul or whatever, coming out of my pores. Like, no, I'm not rich, but we can definitely make a lot of things happen together, though. Like, in a major way, we can hold our own IRL events on these, in these major places, where different events are happening. Like, really get our name known. Um, I want to be on these panels when it comes to, Art Baz or NFT NYC. I want to be able to see my people up there shining. I don't want to be the only one up there talking. Like, let's say NFT NYC is coming and, I'm speaking over here, but then you got another one of our artists speaking on the other side of the dam at another event. Just everybody spread out, and we're all winning together. We're getting the label name known. Like, we're actually getting invited places. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Supporting one, bro. I could see so many things happening. like so many things happening. And you know, as long as we all come together and do it together, I think that we can make a lot of great things happen. You know, from merch to shows to
I,
whatever have you. You
I
know what I
think
mean?
I think so too. I think so too. And you know, it's definitely a breath of fresh air to would be a breath of fresh air for the space to see like a record label or you know that is there to empower opposed to the
Hmm.
me part. You know, I'm gonna make it. No,
Yeah,
we are gonna make it. Uh,
exactly,
that is awesome,
exactly.
and you know, definitely, you know, from speaking to you today, I am confident that if you, when you make it to these stages at NFT NYC or ETH Denver or whatever, wherever it may be that you may be able to speak at, I am confident that you are going to spread the right message. I don't know if you been to like past NFT conferences, and it feels so fake when you like go like watch a you know a panel of speakers and like four, let's say there's five speakers and four of the five speakers are talking about themselves and how many NFTs they
Yeah,
sold and that you should buy their NFT because because they're great and you're not great, but if you buy my NFT you'll be great, you know, like but
yeah.
so that's definitely like in a way like myself, I hope to one day be able to join some of these panels and try to start making that cultural shift within Web3 away from the sole individual and bring the W back and wag me.
Oh yeah, I definitely see. I didn't have the confidence before, honestly, but the more that I'm in Web3, I you know, I watched my mentor do a lot, which is the founder of Pigeons of New York,
Mhm.
Jim Hernandez. Bro, he's such an amazing person, and I've watched him, you know, speak on numerous of panels, you know, um, and I just love the way he articulates himself. I love the way he delivers his message, and I've been inspired for so long that I told him recently, like, dude, I think it's time, and I have enough confidence that I want to speak at the next NFT NYC. So I'm looking forward to, you know, putting in my application and you know, trying to get up on the panel. Prayerfully it happens. Um, because I definitely want to deliver a great message. I've learned so much, not only just, you know, because of him, but, you know, other individuals as well, other founders, everything, a lot of things that I've seen on Web3. Like I have this message that I want to deliver. And I think I have the confidence to do it now. You know, I want to step out of music, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And do something even better. Not even better, just something out of the ordinary, something that I've been wanting to do. Um, and you know, who knows, that may even further me more in my career. You
Mhm.
know, I may be asked to speak at other panels after this, you know. But I'm definitely looking forward to it. Um, ooh, I just got the chills when I said that. Like, dude, I'm really, I'm definitely looking forward to speaking on the panel. I already got the name of my message already. I ain't gonna say it just yet, but yeah, I already have the name of what I'm gonna call it, and you know, I'm gonna keep studying. I'm gonna keep studying, and I'm gonna, you know, put together everything what I want to deliver, and you know,
Mhm.
Lord knows I'm gonna be nervous right before I step on that stage, but I'm pretty sure I'll be all right once I start speaking in
Mhm.
front of a lot of people. Um, but yeah, it's all good, bro. I'm looking forward to this journey that I'm on. I'm having fun with it, and as far as music goes, yeah, I'm doing a whole bunch of great collaborations. I'm actually about to start shooting videos again, and
Hey, do you do your own stunts?
I don't know about stunts and all that.
No backflips.
No, ain't no backflips going on, but nah, there's a couple songs that I want to shoot videos to. I already got my videographer. Shout out to VSV. Um, he lives in New York, so I will be going up to New York to shoot my videos and all that good stuff. And it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I got a lot planned, so I'm just taking the proper steps to accomplishing these things.
And yeah, that is awesome. Just slightly going back to what you were like, just to end the topic on conferences. I have the most confidence that you will be there to spread that good message. Tonight you have you've spoken very well. You shared a lot of knowledge about your journey, your insights on just music NFTs and what you have lived through. I think what you shared tonight is a story that needs to be shared with the world, definitely. So before I get to my closing questions, I'll ask One Exist if he has any questions, any more questions that he would like to ask you. If not, I'll definitely get into the closing questions.
I am good. I appreciate you both. Thank you so much.
Thank you, One Exist.
Thank you, bro.
And so I guess to close out for tonight, if anyone wanted to contact you to either collab or just say hello, what is the best way to reach you?
You can reach me on Twitter. It's you can reach me at AKidCalledMuzik, as a matter of fact. Let me see. So music, I spell MUZIK. I wanted to switch everything up instead of spelling the regular MUSIC. I'm always trying to be different, obviously. So it's like you could reach me at AKidCalledMuzik, or you can reach me at Jose, Jose, middle initial U, Velez, VELEZ. Or just reach out to Sin.
Yep.
He'll get in contact with me.
Oh, for sure, man. I'm a poker player. So one time, my mentor here in Web3 told me, when I was just finding my way, he told me, you are a suited connector. if you play poker, like you know that like everyone thinks that pocket aces or pocket kings, two kings, pair of aces is the best hand in poker. But no, it's not. It is the suited connector, the two cards in their hand that are both of the same suit and can connect each other, because from there it's like the sky's the limit on what the board can bring. It could bring you that flush. Yeah, so
yes, sir.
Love connecting people. That even brought a tear going down my eye. It's such a such a bro thing to say to someone, but even I was like, damn, bro.
No, that's pretty dope, man.
And final question: if anyone would like to, or actually, maybe second final question, if anyone would like to support you with any of your work that is currently out there, what is the best way to support or thing to mint? Where would you take them?
Damn, I got a lot. I got a couple songs on Sound XYZ. Let me see. If you got the links, you could just post them.
I got them. Yeah, I got them.
You could just because I'm at the collaborations on Sound XYZ, and then I got 2 singles on Ethereum chain, which is Movie and Background. So we'll post them for you guys. They're still out for mint. The newest one is with Mr. Darius, and Styles P, and then the one with Nessie, and Ade Kafil. My brother Ade Kafil, man, we did a project anthem for the hippie life crew, the HLK community. And I think we're gonna put out that the collaboration, that Project Anthem I did for the Meta Rebels.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just I'll wait for you to post that up for them.
All right, yeah, cool.
And like I said, I got more coming though. I got a lot more music coming. I was gonna drop it on Sound XYZ, but I'm kind of swinging a different route now. I think I might. I've been told about a couple other platforms. So everybody's trying to get me to go to XRP, dude. I don't know why everybody's trying to get me to go to XRP, but I'm like, I don't know about that one just yet.
They hungry for people.
Yeah, bro.
I mean, it's definitely not a bad route to go, and as a creator, musician, it's important to not limit yourself to one platform, one blockchain. You got to spread the work out there, because there are many different maxis out in the Web3 space that operate in different spaces. So you gotta you gotta give them you gotta put a little bit of you everywhere in a way.
Exactly.
And
But yeah, if anybody wants to, get some of them collaboration songs, you can look on Ade's page, you can look on Nessie's page, you can look on Mr. Darius's page on Sound XYZ, and just look for my name on there, right along with them, and you'll get the newest songs that I got out. And let me see, tomorrow, and follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter, guys. I'll definitely be putting up some links. That's what I told myself I was about to start doing, posting up those songs that still are out for mint. Trying to get them things minted out. Whenever it happens, bro. I'm not really too worried about it. I'm just trying to continue building, and I'm just looking forward to the future, dude. I'm so hype about the future, man. It's a lot of exciting things happening. I'm working on my merch as well, so that's coming. Like, there's a lot of good things that's happening. So it's go time, dude. I got my foot to the pedal. I might push it through the floor.
It's go time. I love it.
Yes, sir.
As someone recently, I took that leap of faith personally to start getting some merch out there for even my personal brand. So I know I'm currently living the excitement just as you are right now too. So
Yes,
so definitely,
yes,
it is a very exciting time. And I wish you all the luck with the release. Final question: out of all your songs, what that are either posted on Sound or Spotify or wherever it may be, what should we close tonight's episode with? Which song should we close tonight's episode with?
Let me see. Oh man. So the one on Spotify, you could play one of my favorite ones. I could say, damn, you put me on the spot. Let me see. Oh man, let me see. Let me see. I could say, you could play the one with Nessie.
The one with Nessie? Okay, I got it right here then.
Yeah.
I actually have had all your music up the entire time. As I told you, I was vibing to it before.
Yeah.
For hours.
That's one of my favorite. I'm not gonna lie, hands down, Nessie's my favorite Web3 artist. He's my favorite Web3 artist. So I love that song.
Big shout out to Nessie.
And I took my time, dude. With that verse, oh man, I'm telling you, I had to make sure that verse was perfect, or I wasn't going in that studio. I swear I wasn't gonna go in the booth and record anything. I'm like, dude, I was trying to figure out, because when I'm collaborating with somebody, I'm not just going there and rapping anything. I am listening to every word that you're saying, and that helps me figure out how I'm going to come into my verse, because it all has to make sense. So that's another thing that I recommend for all these artists that are collaborating, or not even collaborating, just doing music. Listen, every verse has to match what your hook mean. Like everything has to match, bro. You can't just go in there saying anything. Like all your verses has to match with that hook. Like the whole, you have to have a message. Please, for the love of God, have a message in your music. Like there is a lot of artists, mainstream industry, like in the mainstream industry, like bro, it does not make no sense. It doesn't make no, there's a lot of music that does not make any sense, and the reason why they're blowing up is because of the beat,
Just sounds
dude.
good.
Like it just exactly, it just sounds good. But me, I pick songs apart. Like there's a lot of people in Web3 that love the way I critique music. Listen, I have an ear. I have the ear. Like you have to have an ear for music, dude. I pick songs apart, dude. I could tell if your song is mixed and mastered. I could tell you all the instruments inside of that beat. I could tell you a lot. Like I hear stuff that other people do not hear, and thank God that I was blessed with that gift. And I've been told by a lot of bigwigs, like, listen, you have that ear. Like you hear stuff that other people do not hear. Like I'm very, very picky when it comes to choosing my beats, like everything, dude. And I'm a perfectionist when it comes to my music and others' music. Like I'm gonna tell you about your music. I'm not here. I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing. If it sounds horrible, I'm not gonna tear you down, but I will let you know that that's not it. Let me help you out real quick, give you some pointers, build your confidence back up. And like I like doing things like that. I'm never gonna come at an artist like, yo, your music sounds like shit. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I can't do that to people. I refuse. That's not helping nobody.
That
That's just making
constructive.
them exactly. I'm gonna give you that constructive criticism, that positive feedback. I'm gonna give you something that's gonna help you and maybe get you to look at music in a different manner or a different way.
Yeah.
Because I never want to tear nobody down and make them feel like, oh, I give up making music. I'm horrible. Like, no, like that's crazy.
Nah,
That's crazy in itself, dude.
yeah, yeah, man. Well, I'm happy that an individual such as yourself is operating in the Web3 space. Definitely, I think you can help and will help a lot of people in this next wave of like just of people coming into Web3, wondering what's going on, and yeah, man, like definitely, teach them the way that the Web2 artist is not the way. Like, like you gotta create your own path. You gotta find the real ones in the space and operate with them. I wish you a lot of I wish you luck with Ape Gang Records. Definitely, like, keep in touch with me. Like, let me know when you're starting to do work with all that, or you're releasing music within Ape Gang Records, or any way that I may help. I'm here for you,
Yes,
dude.
sir.
Like, definitely, you're a real one in the space, and definitely want to keep the vibes going. Keep, like, this connection strong. So, thank you everyone that stuck around this long. It it has been an amazing conversation. I swear the last 2 hours just flew by. Um, and thank you, Music, for your time. I know you got to wake up at 5 a.m. tomorrow morning, and you just got off work when you popped in. So yeah, man, really thank you for your time tonight.
No, thank you. Thank you for everybody that came through. This was pretty dope. It's been a good minute, like I told you, since I've did the last interview, and I was looking forward to this, man. All week. I was definitely looking forward to this. Definitely great questions, guys. Great questions asked. I definitely look forward to coming back and supporting other artists, or other people that you interview.
Hmm.
And maybe I could share some insight with them if it allows. And yeah, man, you got my full support. Definitely got my full support. And And like I said, man, I appreciate you. Definitely appreciate you for this. And it's inspiring what you're doing. So keep doing it, keep pushing, you know what I mean? And just, don't allow anybody to get in your way. You know what I mean? You always got the naysayers, but then you got a whole bunch of other people that got your back and, gonna be here for you. So just, hit. I call it hitting people with the Heisman. All the negative people, you hit them with the Heisman Trophy. Like, stay over there. Yeah, stay over there while we doing this positive thing over here. You know what I mean? Keep that positivity with you, man. Definitely, like I said, great interview, and I look forward to the future, bro. I'll definitely be back.
Yeah, hey, you're always welcome back. And yeah, like, man, let's even like get you back on the show whenever you're ready, either with Ape Gang Records, you're all settled in, or like, maybe anything big that you may be doing. Like, definitely let's keep in contact. And yeah, thank you for your time. Okay,
sure.
All right, everyone, we're gonna close out with 1000 Words remix by Nessie the Rilla featuring Music. And then yeah, stand by and we'll raid out, and I'll throw on some TV on the screen so we could just vibe for the rest of the evening. To all 15 of you that are left here on Decentraland, really appreciate your time. You could have been anywhere, but you chose to be here, and I thank you for that. Thank you. Alrighty, and stand by and we'll get the track playing.
I was catching pictures from you standing right there. This was fire.
This is Control. I need a unit for the usual suspects.
Bigger pieces to my puzzle, had to get a custom frame. Kinda choppy round the edges like the hood that's in my veins. Growing pains what I remember, seen a lot that made me cold. Mentally drained from the ways of life, but heart was made of gold. Gotta go to reach me, I'm moving militant for sure. So I'm ready for opportunity that's knocking at my door. Master the art of war, the more I study it, I'm good. Moving precision, I'm not to play with, hope that's understood. Man, I got a lot to say, I just don't know how to say it. Painting pictures in the booth, the only way I can't explain it. But nothing lasts forever, I was jaded by my circle. Clean it up, got a strong team, choked it out till it was purple. Got no time for all you Urkels, y'all some forks in the road. Made from a cloth, the only way y'all get it, stick to the code. See where I'm from, ain't nothing easy, so all we know is the hustle. Everything is off the muscle, cause we sick of the struggle. Had to juggle many plays for getting paper just to live. I got that love in the hood from all the love that I give. If I could relive the times, there ain't no doubt that I would. Cause I would still have all my brothers, hug them all if I could. I was the one that saw the beauty in the sums of jers. Tatted on my chest, I rep it proudly, yo, and that's my word. Had to curb a lot of you haters and got my energy. Story of my life, the way I write is from my memories.
Got a lot to say, I just don't know how to say it. Life's a work of art, a masterpiece is trying to frame it. So join the others, earth spreading the truth, cause I ain't staying shit. Nothing lasts forever, pray you savor this. Time to bring some flavor in. Whipping in the kitchen, banging sisters, call me Claude, cause I'm blessed and highly favored, yeah. Just remind me of that one vibe Andre, 3 Stacks, and Rick Ross was on. Sometimes 16 ain't enough.
Yeah, let me hit that one back, I guess.
Okay, I'm climbing up the stairway to heaven, no elevator scene. Crazy how the lows been really just elevating me. Pull off in that Lambo top down so the haters see. God rewards you if you listen and just play the P. Grew up trying to play piano, I could've baked the key. Hope my papa proud, gotta show him that he still made a G. I was in that focus, feeling hopeless, I could take the lead. Then I did that show and had a couple thousand chasing me. Turned it to a business, won my service, gotta pay the fee. Can't build generational wealth if I don't lay the creed. Yeah, but all that days of walking and starving, we gon' skate and eat. Looking back to where it all started, it really melt my soul. A lot of niggas call the flow garbage, but yet it felt like gold. Wish my city wasn't so bitter, I planned to help you, bro. I can't even be mad at them, the hands we dealt is cold. Got a lot to say, I just don't know how to say it. Life's a work of art, I'm masterpieces trying to frame it. Doing the others earth, spreading the truth, cause I ain't staying. No, no. Nothing lasts forever, pray you savor this. Time to bring some flavor in. Whipping in the kitchen, begging sisters, call me Claude, cause I'm blessed and highly favored, yeah.